What's going on? This is HyperBean2K. Thank you so much for watching my speed paint. It's actually the first time I've been able to record a time lapse successfully in Clip Studio Paint, and it's my first time publishing a speed paint on YouTube, or anywhere for that matter. So yeah, we're doing kind of a sultry Rosalina today, and in this video you can see some of my process and my fighting with the lasso tool a little bit, kind of making it work. So yeah, and if you have any questions about my process, feel free to leave them in the comments. Maybe something that I did interesting that you haven't seen something done before in that way. Maybe if you just have like constructive criticism. But yeah, I hope you enjoy my Rosalina. I am a huge Rosalina fan. I played her in Mario Kart for like many years on the Wii. I think a huge issue that, a lot of novice artists, and myself included, struggle with is creating that kind of correct dimension for the mouth and just trying to think of the skull in like a 3D way. So I had a lot of fun with like the minimal line art. I struggled with line art for so many years. I know a lot of us have. With digital art, it's like a blessing and a curse because you can get really into those fine details, right? But sometimes it's just a lot easier to do like a minimal amount of line work and kind of let the textures of the brushes and, whatever else tell the story. I started working with a more kind of 2.5D style in recent years. I used to use line art for like all of my pieces, and I wasn't having fun, so I believe if you're not having fun, if something isn't working for you, you should rethink how you do it. And the intention of a speed paint is going to be one that's kind of not perfect, rolling with the punches, feeling out the brushes, but of course, I really got lost in the details on the bodice here. I just wanted to really accentuate the correct kind of weight of like where those curves are, and then also the material itself. A lot of times the texture of the brushes that you use or how wide your brush strokes are can kind of indicate like the weight of the fabric. So whether or not you're doing like a heavyweight linen or something more like a latex, you can show higher contrast and stuff like that in something like latex. And again, just trying to carve out that light and shadow right here, and also kind of trying to think about like backlighting, stuff like that. This is usually the part where I struggle the most and also have the most fun. I had so much fun doing this piece, honestly. It's a good challenge to kind of like make yourself work a little bit faster, because you're still doing the same amount of work, you're just kind of more zoomed out. So I was just kind of in the mindset where I wanted to go, and kind of see what I came up with at the end. The more streamlined you can get with the way that you carve out your shapes or the way that you pick your colors, the more second nature I feel art becomes. Everybody wants to have like a process and a style. And, if you Google right now, like how to find your art style, there's like 1,000 ways, but honestly, just doing it over and over again. I refuse to say practice makes perfect, but it does. And this is where I'm just gonna kind of like render in the shadows and trying to show like the kind of muscle and fat definition. I usually set a layer to overlay or multiply with like a nice peachy or pink kind of tone. I decided against doing hands because it just kind of took away from where I was trying to go with my time and everything like that. Drawing hands is hard. I don't care who you are. I don't care how advanced you are as an artist. So during this time, you're going to see her skin tone change a lot, and you can see that her skin kind of has a green looking color to it. I do this with an exclusion layer, so a layer that's like green or bluish, and usually what that's going to do is simulate the like thickness of skin, because if you just draw like flat skin tone color and then draw a shade over it, it doesn't look as realistic. And about from like the thighs ahead, like from here on, I all like did this all today. So you can see I changed that exclusion layer to be a little bit more purpley pink because I was thinking that the background would kind of have like a purple flush to it as well. At first I was thinking this kind of fuchsia light, but then it felt too strong against the skin. You can see a little bit of my shading process here, sped up of course, but I just try to soften all the colors around the face and eyes while using that minimal amount of line art. Give her a bit of a flush and highlight. Kind of carve out those details and make them pop as well. And with the shadows here, I'm doing another exclusion layer, and I'm using a soft airbrush. Gotta add that finishing detail of her crown. What is a queen without her crown? And then her earrings. Oh my gosh, this is a ton of fun here. I wanted to add a little bit more of a texture to her bodice. Adding in a nice background, going for kind of a trading card vibe. Some nice foil elements. And there we are.